Hello everyone, I'm Errant Wizard and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Last time we talked with the crew some and learned from Captain Anderson that the only way we're going to be able to take down Saren is by exposing him to the Council and getting them to stop protecting him, because he's a Spectre and has nearly unlimited authority to do whatever he wants. So we can't really touch him until the Council revokes his status. So we're about to go into a hearing to see if they're gonna do that. These are the Council chambers that we're in now.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
Who are you talking to?
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Did you find anything?
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Maybe. So yeah, so that was Garrus, a member of C-Sec, or Citadel Security. And they're largely in charge of handling the internal law enforcement of the station itself, but they also get involved in investigations into larger investigations that involve either political leaders or can't be handled by local governments.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanna are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right. Though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't.
Yeah, you said it.
You have trouble understanding them.
So, I don't know how loud that conversation was, so I don't know if you guys were able to hear it. But they were talking about three other species that we haven't quite met yet. The Hanar, the Volus, and the Elcor. They're all they're ruled by the Council, but they don't have members on the Council. The only three species that have members on the Council are the Turians, the Asari, who I pointed out to you earlier. Well, the woman who's sitting on the bench. There's another one over here, right by the stairs, and then the Solarians, who we caught briefly in those hologram transmissions that Ambassador Odina was talking to, but we haven't really gotten a chance to interact with any of the Solarians yet. But come up here, it looks like there's Captain Anderson. Let's see what's going on.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
Really?
Eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized
That's a Solarian.
worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
That wasn't me.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon, then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures, just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well. But what can you expect from a human?
Really?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
I'll find the
You
proof.
can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision
Oh, do you have to bring that up?
may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
No.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Well, that didn't go well.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
Wait a minute, what history?
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
How exactly do you know Saren?
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Well, it doesn't look like the Council's going to help us.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that C-Sec investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Well, that could be helpful.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in C-Sec who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Really? You're just kicking him out like that?
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Any other leads?
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lead. Maybe I'll talk to him.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
Well, that does make sense. So what about this Shadow Broker?
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
That sounds, sketchy.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
What else do you know about the Spectres?
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation. But with him gone, things are still up in the air.
Okay. That sounds a little weird, having everybody watching me this whole time.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100.
Really?
But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
So what happens if a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Oh, great. Alright, well...
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the Ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Alright. Well, I guess we're, investigating Saren and trying to find something to expose him. So, that'll be easy. What's that, Caden?
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the Council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
That probably makes more sense.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
Really? Well, we're told not to touch the Keepers.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
What are you doing?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Really? Are you doing something illegal?
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
Sounds interesting. I hate having a mystery that I can't find out more about.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
Why are we doing this? I mean, obviously to get data on the keepers, but is there something beyond that?
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
So this is a real easy little side quest. We just have to go and every time we see a keeper, we just click the use button and we scan them, and we get a little bit of credits. Some people like to save this until a lot later in the game because you get the experience and credit rewards you get from this scale with your current level. But we're not really going to be power leveling through here, so we'll just grab them as we go. So yeah, so there's one up here, back up in the actual council platform, and then I think there's one over here, somewhere, maybe down here. Yeah, there's one. Oh, what are these guys talking about?
That's just it. I'm hearing it everywhere. It's not just isolated rumors.
Do you really think Saren could be involved in something like that without the council knowing?
That's an excellent point.
The council does know. Everyone already assumes he's just doing their dirty work.
That's dangerous talk. I'd be careful who you mention that to.
I know. But if it's true, shouldn't we be doing something about it?
No. And I'll thank you to keep me out of it if you do.
So, some people think that the council actually ordered Saren to attack our colony. That seems a little shady. So, we're going to be heading around the Citadel trying to find evidence against Saren. So we've got two leads. One is Garrus Vicarian, who we spoke to earlier, just before the hearing. See if he's uncovered anything else about Saren that maybe didn't make it into his official report. And the other is Barla Vaughn, who is working for the Shadow Broker, who is an information dealer.
I can't believe the council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Ashley. Politics can get a little crazy. We've got everywhere to go in here. We've heard that that Barla Vaughn is an agent for the Shadow Broker, and he's working in the financial district, which is over here. We got one of those messages. Ashley wants to say something about the relay monument.
Art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
Really? I mean, I guess it's kind of cool and all, but it's just sort of a, this weird statue that, I don't know.
Anyone else hear that low hum? Sounds like it's coming from that statue. Makes my teeth tingle.
That's odd. But Caden might be more sensitive to that stuff like that than the rest of us, because than Ashley, because he's biotic. My Shepard is biotic, but not all Shepards are. This person right here is a Solarian The one we saw in the council chambers had a hood up, so you couldn't really see them too well. But yeah, they're an amphibious sentient beings that live relatively short lifespans. I believe their usual expected lifespan is about 40 years. So they live very, very quickly. They mature very quickly, and so a lot of times when you're talking to Solarians, they'll speak very rapidly, which I think is kind of cool, kind of neat. So here we go. We got Barla Vaughn. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard.
You know who I am?
The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Oh, good. Well, maybe you can help me.
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker, and I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances, so I am going to give it to you for free.
That doesn't sound good.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Oh, really?
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Saren.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
Ooh, a Krogan. We haven't heard anything about the Krogan yet.
How do I find him?
I heard he was paying Citadel security a visit. If you hurry, you can probably catch him before he leaves the CSEC Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with CSEC?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to
Well, this seems really odd.
Yet somehow we
Let me see if there's anything else Barla can tell me.
power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Fair enough.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So yeah, that was Barla Vaughn. Barla is the first Volus that we've met. The Volus are a race of people that they were one of the earlier races to discover the Citadel. The Volus come from a planet whose atmosphere and atmospheric pressure is very different than most survivable and habitable planets. That's why they have to wear these specialized pressure suits and breathing apparatus so that they can survive out here amongst the rest of the galaxy. They're all fairly short in stature, and they are exceptionally good at negotiation and trade and commerce. They help set up the galactic banking system that's being used today. So that's a little information on the Volus. And I think we're going to end up calling this episode here. And next time we'll pick up with tracking down clues about Saren and his nefarious dealings.